Muhammad Ali, you are no longer the greatest to attend Louisville Central High School. Our guest here today is only the second ever state wrestling champion from Louisville Central. So, if you would tell us who you are.
Hi, my name is Faith Allen. I'm a junior and go to Central High School. I
And you
wrestle.
know, and I was going to say, you are the 235-pound 2024 state wrestling champion. You, of course,
And
you
I
can
am.
always say you are the first 235-pound state champion. You're the first state champion for Louisville Central Girls Wrestling. So,
Mhm.
what's it feel like knowing that basically you're better than Muhammad Ali?
Oh wow. Those are big shoes to fill.
I mean,
Um,
he never was a state wrestling champion.
he never was. In
So,
that aspect,
I
I
mean,
am better.
yeah, and I think if anything has been proven that wrestling is the superior combat sport to boxing. So
Absolutely.
basically you're better than Muhammad Ali. So
Basically, I'm
tell us,
better.
how do you find wrestling? What gets you into it?
So how I first got into it, it was my freshman year, and I had this friend named DJ. Shout out to DJ. And he wrestled. He's older than me, so he was a sophomore. And they were having a scrimmage night because every year Central hosts like a beginning of the year scrimmage, and bunch of schools come. And so I went to go like watch him, and then obviously Coach P is always recruiting. Like every time she's at Central, if she finds a girl in the hall, she's gonna ask you, "Do you want to join Central Wrestling?" Like you got to run from her sometimes. But so obviously, I'm in the gym and I'm watching him, and she comes up and she's like, "Hey, have you ever thought about wrestling? Like, you should try it." Just like her famous line is, "Just come to practice for 5 days and see how you like it." And so I think I went either the very next day or the day after that. And I just fell in love instantly. Like I loved everything about it. I love like the mental toughness it took. I love the physical strength it took. Like I feel like this is my sport. Like
No,
it was like,
that's a great story, and that so many not just state champions, but girls that we've met refereeing and being across the state and doing regions and stuff is
mhm.
there's been several girls across the state that have started wrestling in high school. They're like you said, they were some of them started as juniors this year, like Emma Moore from Walton Verona. It was her first year wrestling. She won state championship at 100 pounds,
That is
and
crazy.
the amount of girls that are getting into the sport. I think it was the NFHS put out that girls wrestling is the fastest growing sport
Yes.
in the country, and I believe it. I do. Teams, or well, let me go back, not to use the word teams, schools that I know had a girl or boys program for years that I've officiated for years.
Mm-hmm.
This being the first year of the KHSAA sanctioning of it. Never seen a girl on the roster. Then they come to the state tournament and they've got 4 or 5 girls making it to the
Right.
actual state tournament, and you're like, okay, I can see. Give this team a few years and they're going to have a pretty solid girls team.
Right.
Give them a couple years and it's going to be a battle here at the top. So you start as a freshman. I guess that would be what, the 22 season. Am I right about that?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Did you go to the Coaches Association state tournaments when they had them?
I did, but I'm not gonna lie. My freshman year, I was really bad. I loved it. I loved wrestling. I enjoyed doing it, but I lost all the time. Like so much so that like now that I'm like I sometimes I look back and I'm like what was I doing like freshman year at state? I barely remember it at state because I didn't like click like the gravity of it and like where I
Yeah.
was, and I got out like the first 3 rounds. My 2 losses were quick. So
It
yeah, I was
happens.
there, but I wasn't really doing anything.
All right. Well, all right. That's fine. Of course, this year, 2024, you're a junior, 235 pounds. Track wrestling has you coming in to the end of the tournament with a 19-1 record. So you
Yeah.
got better as you went, and that's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to progress as you get better in school or go on in school, get a little bit
Mhm.
older, know what you're good at, know what you're not good at, know what to look for, know how to counter stuff.
Mhm.
So I bel I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the girls regionals were held at Central, right?
They were. They were.
Okay, that's because I thought I saw a video of like before the meet
Mm.
started, it was like a big dance party, right?
Yeah.
That's
We
what
were
I thought.
dancing to Party in the USA.
Yep. Hey, I get it. I
Yeah.
mean I get it. That's part of it. So let's talk about your state tournament bracket this year. The first round, you start off with a 38-second fall over Kaylee Perryman of McCreary Central. So
Mhm.
38 seconds, you're in, you're out. You got the potential for 4 matches in a day with a state championship on the line. I can understand wanting to get in and get it done.
Yeah.
Second round, you wrestled Destiny Jackson from Boyd County. You win that by a fall, 2 minutes and 25 seconds, and Destiny goes on to get fourth place. You get to the semis, you're wrestling Layla Davis from
Oh,
Harrison
wow.
County, and you win a 2-0 decision, a squeaker. So talk to us. What
Layla
happened there?
Davis. She is a tough opponent. Every time, like, we're at a tournament together, I know I'm gonna wrestle her, and I know, like, because it's not always a challenge for me, but either if it's her or if it's Haley Young, I know I'm gonna have a tough match. And I know it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
So my main focus in that match, because the matches with us, like, we've only wrestled, I think we've wrestled like 3 times, but they're always like intense and
Yeah.
long. So I knew I had to. That's why I was trying to get my first matches over with because I knew I had her in the third round, and I knew I needed my strength and my stamina. So my main goal in that match was to like stay in good position and work for my points and like just not get pinned. Like
Yeah.
that was it basically. And oh, she almost had me. She almost had me. It was second round. I chose bottom because I feel like I have a pretty good bottom game.
Mm.
She had put me bottom. Oh, it was no, it was the beginning of the third round because she had put me bottom second round and I had got up. So I felt confident that I could get up again. So third round, whistle blows, I get up and she brings me right back down. And so we end up like on the right side of the mat, like by her coach's corner. And like she's trying to put in her half. Obviously, I'm posting my leg up, trying to get out. And she, at one point, she gets it in and she like starts to turn me over. So in my head, I'm like, no, like I cannot go out like this. Like I cannot lose right now. I came all this way. I cannot lose. And so like I sat all the way out, used all my strength to push back and get up. And that's where I got my second point. And then it was just like, hang on to the finish. It's almost over. Got to keep my point. Got to keep my lead.
So that's how you both points were escapes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that you got to do what you got to do. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be pretty. Sometimes it just has to be a win.
Yes.
Uh, what's the old saying?
Absolutely.
Survive and advance. So
Absolutely.
you get to the finals, and I cannot pronounce this young lady's name.
Yes. Nigoshima, I think.
Okay, Elaine Nigoshima, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. I just
I think.
I was
I might
trying
be
earlier
wrong.
today, and even on the video, I was trying to just emulate what the announcer says, and I am not going to be able to say that properly when it comes time for the video. So, of course, we always have the well, always is a big word for our 2022, 23s on forward. We have the
Mhm.
Parade of Champions face-off match medal ceremony. I'm sure you've probably watched it a time or two by now, haven't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to pull up the video here. Now you're seeing what we're seeing. We're at the Kentucky Horse Park. They're on the Fayette-Scott County line. This is
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, February 17th, 2024 is the date that we're had the state tournament. And the and we've said in other videos, when girls wrestling got sanctioned, girls deserved a the same venue as the boys, the same treatment as the boys. They deserve to have the same type of experience. And
Yeah.
This is a big arena. I'm not exactly sure of the seating capacity, but a lot of people here, the eyes of the state are on you. You're back behind the curtain, get ready to walk out. Are you nervous?
I am. I was so nervous. I was just really hoping I didn't trip and fall. That was my biggest concern. I can be so clumsy. I'm like, I cannot fall out here. Like, that would be worst nightmare. Nightmare fuel.
Of course, we done the video with Gabby Wilson, and she said she about fell when she got brought into the school there on the fire truck. She was like, I almost fell getting out of the fire truck. I'm the clumsiest person you ever meet. I'm like, I can't believe that. Come on. So we're going to pull up the video here. Here we go.
Okay.
Presented by the U.S. Marines. Let's stand and welcome our 2024 Wrestling Championship competitors.
Here comes your weight class.
Yes, yes.
I believe that's you with the sign, right?
That is me.
Did they just kind of give you the sign and say go with it, or did you volunteer to get it? Or
I definitely asked for it because my coach really wanted me. She wanted all of us to try to get it so she can have videos of us. So I was like, all right, gotta get this sign for my coach.
Here's the face-off, of course. It's a long run out through there, isn't it?
Yes, I was hoping I didn't trip here too.
I'm running out.
Yep. Wrong side. Didn't realize I was on the wrong side.
Area school. She had a big fan contingent there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Woo!
You got Eric Friddle as your referee.
Loved him, so I was good with that.
All right, so right out of the gate, what are we looking to do? What's your go-to takedowns here?
So I was really trying to open myself up for a shot, either a single or a double. Was trying to get a duck under to a single a couple times. Just trying to get her to step so I could get my opening.
I got you. I can hear your fan section in the back. I believe there was some of the boys wrestlers had like their chest painted.
Yeah, our boys team decided to paint my name on their chest.
Hey, I get it. All right, so we're wrestling here. We're wrestling. Hey, did I ask you this already? Did you wrestle her before?
I have. I've wrestled her a couple different times. And she I remember I had to wrestle her, I think, the first scrimmage of the season. And I was just like telling her even after the match, like the improvement from when I wrestled her from the beginning of the season to now was like great. It was good improvement. It was major improvement. And she did really nice.
And she gets hit for stalling right there, for not making any efforts. And I believe he hit you for stalling right there for pushing her out. So
yeah, I got
both of you got stalling calls now. So you got to kind of go forward. He's talking to you. Go forward. I can see you talking in the background. He's trying to control that arm like for a Russian, looks like.
Yeah.
Out. So when you get out there on the mats and we hear people talk about it all the time, but were you nervous? Was it just another match?
So this match, I had already
You deferred. She takes top. Now on
And
the
I was
bottom,
happy.
on the bottom, what are we looking to do on the bottom? She got a caution. Are we looking to stand up? Are we looking to switch? What's our game?
So, I was thinking about all of that. I didn't decide to try the switch at all at state because I didn't want it to go bad. I was just mainly focusing on the straight stand-ups and tripods because I know I'm really good with a tripod. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for when I'm on bottom. Or if I can get them to lean over, I'll do a arm drag off the top, and that usually works pretty well.
So right there, you get an escape. One, we're neutral.
Yeah.
All right. Now, of course, I don't want to say it was pretty easy to stand up, but it was. So you're up with the match ended right now. You would win. And
yeah.
You lock back up with her. She's trying to be heavy on your head. Looks like. You can see your coaches in the background, Coach Green and Angel Vasquez, giving her like the snap down signal. Could you feel her your head down right there?
Yeah, I could I was trying to be cautious of everything they were saying. A majority of the match, because I guess they've noticed I like to shoot. They were kept pounding on her to keep her feet moving because I'm watching her feet, make sure I don't shoot. So I was trying to set it up more because I noticed they were warning her of it, so it wouldn't be as easy to get. So I started looking for other moves. I think I ended up winning with it. I was trying to go in for a headlock to a hip toss, but I ended up.
So you throw her right to her back, and you get the pin.
I do.
3 minutes, 28 seconds. You become the first girl state champion for Central, the second ever wrestling state champion.
Yes.
And basically,
I was worried they were going to call back the win because her coach was concerned that I pulled her hair to get her. And so I was really worried they were going to take it back and I was going to have to do it again.
Yeah.
I was I did not have the energy.
It looked like that you knew exactly when she was going to step. You was able just to pull her down, and it was a good performance. I mean, it really was.
Thank you.
And of course, here's the medal ceremony.
Yeah.
This is my expert camera work here. Of course, I got to officiate this state tournament, so I'm sitting there on the referee's row, holding my phone up, trying to record everybody.
Wow.
Thomas, the head coach at male right there is in there. Come on, Thomas, move out of the way, man. You got a nice shirt on.
Yeah. His outfits during state were on point. Me and my teammate, we kept talking about his different outfits.
Thomas is a state champion as well.
Oh wow! I did not know that.
His match review video is on my YouTube channel. You gotta check it out.
I will definitely do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 400-pound state champion from Central.
Ready to come to the top of the podium?
Yep.
Who's that giving you your medal there?
That is Coach P. I love her so much. Literally, there's a lot of times if it wasn't for her, I would have stopped wrestling. Coach P, the best coach I could have ever asked for. Love me some Coach P, always.
Absolutely. I get it.
I hate this because, do you know how the girl from KHSAA, state, comes up, right below to take the picture? I didn't realize, so I'm still looking straight ahead at the other cameras. So she has this picture of me on the KHSAA website where I'm looking forward at the other cameras instead of at the camera in my face. Yeah. Oh, I really hate that.
I think she done that to just about everybody, boys and girls, because everybody's
so bad.
Kind of caught off guard trying to see, is she taking it? Is she not? Is she going?
Yeah.
So watching that match back, besides you winning, of course, does it play out the way you remember it in your thought process?
Yes. It seems like a lot. Watching it makes it seem a lot easier than it actually was. Because when I was in it, it was not.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you've ever done any type of wrestling, especially at that level, a 2 minute first period and however long else, however long the match
Yeah.
goes, you can feel it. You go back and you watch it, and you're like, that wasn't that long. That wasn't that
Right.
what are
Yeah.
you talking about? So, excellent performance. Now all the girls wrestlers that come, I guess, after you, you're the benchmark. Everybody can always look up to you and say, Faith was our first. Faith was our first state wrestling champion. So before we end videos, we like to give everybody the opportunity to add whatever they'd like, say whatever, shout out, anything like that. So, Faith, the floor is yours.
I don't really know what to say. I feel like, please go away. I feel like a big part of winning is definitely like when you're not on the mat, like when you're in practice. Like I would be in practice dying, like wanting to walk or wanting to not go hard or slow down during drilling. And then there goes my Coach T talking about. So she's always like, you think your opponents are stopping at practice? You think they're taking breaks? No, you gotta go. You think they're stopping running? And so, like, it's very much you got to strive to be better always, even not on the mat. When you're in practice, you got to go.
And, of course, you're a junior next year, 2025, as of this filming. You have another opportunity to be a two-timer. And
yeah, hopefully
Gabby
at 185.
I was going to say Gabby Wilson is a senior. She's moving on to the college life. So are you going to go up to 285? You going to stay at 235?
So actually the plan is to drop. I'm already on my plans to drop, and I've been dropping weight great. I'm right on track. I should be good to go beginning of next season. Wow. Starting to come out really nice.
That's going to be great. That really is. And of course we tell everybody that we wish you the best of luck next year. But
thank you.
If you win it again, I'd love to have you and do your 2025 review video. I definitely wanted to get with all 13 of the girls state champions for the first year for the historical purposes of it. That way people can go back. We know there's a record of the matches, the girls that won it. That way, like I said, the up and coming girls wrestlers can go back and watch and be like, I want to be like Faith Allen. Faith Allen is my wrestling idol, because we done the video with Naomi Santiago from Henderson County, and we added her and her parents and a couple of people from Henderson County on Facebook and social media, different platforms, and she was, I guess, like at a Naomi, being she was at some like youth camps, youth wrestling practices, whatever, here recently. And she was letting all the kids wear medals and hold her sign and brackets and stuff. And she sent me a message saying that I guess the kids had watched her review video and they were taking her over to like their parents. She's my new best friend. This is Naomi. She's a state wrestling champion.
That is so cute.
Yep. And I was like, that's one of the great things about this review series is
absolutely
the reach that it's going to have, the touch that it's going to have, just for getting all 13 of the girls on that won. That way, the future generations can say, coming up, so whoever was my idol, Faith Allen was my idol, Gabby Wilson was my idol, Naomi Santiago, Emma Moore, whoever it is. That way, the sport grows. And that's what we want. That's the purpose. Is once we leave, no matter if you wrestled for a day or 10 years, once you leave, you have an obligation to give back to the sport and make sure that it stays prominent at the school you attend, wherever you decide to help you coach your kids wrestle, step kids, whatever it is, you have a community team to make sure that the kids are just know that wrestling something they can do. Wrestling something they have the option to do. So, Faith, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Like I said, Muhammad Ali, you got to move out of the way. Face in the house.
Gotta go.
I know they're in the gym. They have the banners up for Muhammad Ali and like the basketball state champions and all that. You got to get your own banner up in there now.
We are. We're in the process of getting mine and my ring, so we're working on all of that.
But whenever you get your banner, you'll have to send it to me. That way we can post it. That way everybody can see it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I believe that can wrap this one up. Thank you all for watching. We will see you guys and girls on the mats.